Hey guys, what's up? JRPG Bro here. We are continuing our playthrough of Persona 5 Royal. Today we are going to be working on completing the Social Link Arcana confidant arc for the twins. So, we started this last time. Like I said, this is going to follow the basic principle of the other confidants throughout the game. The only difference is that this one's a little bit easier and harder at the same time. This is New Game Plus, so New Game Plus allows us to view and summon previous personas. As you can see, our compendium is at 100%. It was so much easier to 100% the compendium in one playthrough as it was in Royal, as it was in vanilla Persona 5. Somehow you're able to do 100% in not 100%, you're able to do like 99% in Persona 4 Golden, by the way, in one playthrough, just saying that out there. So what we're doing here is the twins give us a list, not like directly, that they'll tell us they want Persona with a specific skill. That's a skill the Persona may or may not learn. So we might have to give it use fusion to inherit that skill, or we might actually have to use a skill card or use a series of fusions. So what we're doing here is we're pulling these personas from our compendium because strongly recommend if you're playing this a second time, you want to get through their social link event, is to actually save that persona and not use it in the game.
Indeed.
So a lot of these personas are not the best personas in the game, in my honest opinion. So, and we're gonna get a lot of information about the twins themselves.
See? You can do it. Yes. Excuse me? Shut up! Hey, inmate! Yes.
All right.
Now. Farewell.
And now we're getting to the point in the game, in this confidant arc, where we're going to be getting, I want to say, more higher level personas.
No.
Just keep that in mind. You can't really complete this entire arc without having, a certain level. Now, if you're doing this the way we do it in New Game Plus, which is, pulling from the compendium, you'll be fine. As you can see, Flaros there was level 19. Our character level is level 19, so throwing that out there, it is going to cost us a fair amount of yen to really, do this in its entirety. And since Royal really switched things up between, I think, 4 and 5 itself as well, a lot of these personas that were in all those titles really are going to be different arcana. They're not going to be the same arcana every single time, which is another thing that's going to throw me off going through this entire compendium is some of these personas are like no longer a sun, they're now a faith, or there's something totally different, and that always does throw me off. And going from royal to 4 and staying in 4 for a little bit and going back to royal and trying to remember I'm trying to remember what each arcana is. It really is frustrating. And you guys can see as I scroll through this compendium, you guys can tell which ones I used more than others based on their level. And at the same point in time, you wouldn't be able to tell because some of these guys are already at level 65. You know, it doesn't mean I use them. In reality, the ones that are higher, like upper 80s, 90s, are the ones that I actually used when I played the game. I've been trying to use different personas when I play these games every time. I want to try to have something fresh, but I keep going back on the same personas over and over again. And my ultimate goal is to literally create the perfect persona, and I'm not going to be able to do that because I'm, stupid. And like, you go on the subreddit for Persona 5 and everyone's like, talking about how great their Yoshitsune is, or how great their, Izanagi no Okami is. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, wow, my guy doesn't have half these moves. He has this one, this, and this one. And I think it's a pretty good setup. But people, I'll share that, like, dude, are you fucking dumb? Like, that's a terrible setup. Like, it's all based on how you want to play. I like to have, my personas have max stats. So, like, when you make a fusion, as I'm still trying to figure out where the hell this thing is, I gotta look this up real quick here on my fusion calculator here. Let me see. And this is what's going to throw me off. Like I said, I use a fusion calculator to make the best versions of these personas as possible. Some of these personas I'm not as into. Like I said, when you have almost 200 persona to choose from, you're going to like some and not like some. I mean, the artwork on all these are fantastic. I'm not going to lie, like the artwork on almost all these is great. I'm glad that we got a more modern take instead of like the 80s anime look that we had with all the series up until 3. I think 3 really changed everything here, and I keep scrolling through here trying to find this goddamn persona, and it's like taking forever. But this is how it is. Now imagine if I had to fuse it. I was using a fusion calculator to find the exact persona. So using a fusion calculator is your best case scenario here. You want to make sure you have the I should put a guide down in the comment section, maybe what I use to find the best way to make this arcana here. And this is really important because it's like, if you guys remember Persona 4, completing this confidant does unlock something special near the end of the game as well. And I'm pretty sure that we have to complete this anyway to get that special segment in the game. And at the same point in time, completing this also goes towards completing our entire all our confidants. We want to 100% the game, and it is definitely recommended that we do it. I'm trying to find out where this goddamn persona is, and I'm drawing a freaking blank, and like my head is registering where it is after I look it up, and then at the same point in time, while my head's saying it, my fingers are not finding it, my eyes aren't seeing it. Come on. Let's see here. Death, Temperance, Devil, Tower, Star, Moon, Sun, Judgment, Faith. Okay. There it is. We passed it this whole time. It's the goddamn Phoenix. It was at the bottom. I'm a very stupid. We have these moments.
Done already? What? What? Huh. It would seem... What is the meaning of this? Excuse me? Shut up!
All right.
Now. Farewell.
And so we're going to continue this process. This is going to cost us a lot of yen, actually, if I think about it, because we're such a low level in comparison to some of these levels. At some point, we will have like personas that are like level 50 plus that we're going to have to take out. So it's going to cost us some money here. So we're going to go in here. I hit the wrong button. We're going to we pull up the train menu. So training is a new thing they did in this game. What we can do is we can drop off a persona here, and we can give them an item, or it's essentially an incense, and the incense will determine whether how big of a stat boost we get. Certain stat boosts, like will be able to raise their strength, and they'll have to stay in there for a few days. And if we forget about them, they disappear forever, and we're kind of screwed because if we don't register our personas, we're not going to get to have them as our best. So our next persona was this guy, yeah,
This is your power.
Satana, or however you pronounce his name. I don't actually use this one.
Finished?
I did use Tam Lim and Kukahulin more often in my previous playthrough of Royal here, but we're going to see what these girls are going to say this time to us.
See? You can do it. Hey, inmate! Excuse me? That is correct.
All right.
Now.
And like I said, these personas are definitely getting a little bit stronger for us here.
You
That we're going to have to pull out here. Like I said, try to remember where every single one is. Now, it's going to get a little bit harder to do some of these too if you're doing this for the first time. As long as we get done before, I believe, December 24th, if we can get all this, this particular confidant done by December 24th, so if we can get done on December 23rd, in the game calendar, you should be fine. The thing is if you're doing this first time, you want to make sure you're a high enough level to be able to pull out this correct persona with the correct skills, or even fuse it.
What?
Like I said, we have to make sure that we have everything right. So we're slowly getting there. Like I said, this is a very long one, but it's pretty cool that we can knock out an entire Arcana for a confidant really fast.
Excuse me? Hey, inmate! Yes.
All right.
Farewell. Okay.
Do you have...
Justine, you read here.
So we just have a few more of these to do, and like I said, they're going to start getting stronger. I think they max out around level 50, so we're really going to be spending like 30,000 yen a pop. As you see, we're down to 9. We spent almost 100,000 yen. So if we are going to go about this, this particular way, which is, withdrawing things, you might be spending more than 100,000 yen. So, like I said, wait till later in game. Especially if you're doing New Game Plus, you should be okay. So this will put us to rank 7, meaning we still have at least 3 more to do. So it is, like I said, it is a lengthy process, but we're getting through a whole, confidant in like 30 minutes.
Yes. What? Yeah.
All right.
Listen up, inmate. Now,
The nice thing is, like I said, we actually get
Okay.
nice rewards from the twins, making life a little bit easier when we're playing through the game and needing to use the Velvet Room. So I think this next persona is gonna be in like 40 something.
How goes the...
So he's gonna cost us some
You'd like
money,
to read the
and making
complaint
him
here.
is gonna be expensive too. Like I said, best case scenario to do this if we're playing this the right way. If this is our first time playing it, and we want to make these personas specifically
is this what you want? A fee
with
is
these
required,
skills,
then
we would
accept
want
this
to at
persona.
least be a few palaces
Are you
later,
finished?
maybe in the
What?
late summer, early fall. But I'm
What?
one of those people who's always a little bit higher level than I should be.
It would seem.
So, I mean, this
See?
would be normally
You can do
done
it.
in like August for me, so maybe a little earlier.
Yes.
All right.
And there we go. We got rank 8. We should be getting a new award here. I think. The twins do get, like I said, all their rewards, everything they give us, does coincide with the Velvet Room, fusing personas, taking personas out from the
Listen
compendium.
well.
It all really ties in together as a whole.
Farewell.
So now they want us to get a bugs. Like I said, some of these personas, they require us to have the ability to do multi-fusion, 3, 4, 5 different personas. And we're not going to be able to do all of that, you know, until later in the summer. Which is why New Game Plus makes this confidant something we can actually go through in a single, you know, the single video here.
Do you have...
And it's really interesting because we're seeing a
Right
whole new
here.
side of, you know, of the twins here.
persona
Something totally different. So we see
will
Bugs is level
this is your
53,
power.
part of the full
Done already?
Arcana. So that means the next one, it's going to be under level 60. I'm telling you that right now. The last one, Yeah, this should be number 9, unless I lost count. So we're almost through their entire, confidant arc here.
Yeah. Listen up, inmate.
And there we go, rank 9. So this,
Alright.
this next one we have to do is going to be rank 10. We're in the closure to their entire story arc. Not really, it doesn't really close their story arc per se because they are integral to the main plot. So we really can't get too much character development through their, their confidant arc. And it was kind of the same with Margaret in Persona 4. So now we have to pull out a Seth with high counter. And Seth is actually a useful persona. Egyptian god too, if I'm correct in my recollection here. So I'm pretty sure Seth is either going to be a tower or a moon persona. He usually is one of those tower, moon, or one of those in between. So we're going to pull this up here. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. He's definitely not a sun persona. I can tell you that right now. He should be like level 60 something. Seth right there, 57. Boom.
A fee is required.
It's actually a pretty decent persona. It looks like something from Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Digimon to an extent, without the cool stuff. So we're gonna finish off their social link confidant arc right now here. So we're gonna talk to them, and we're gonna clear this out.
That's it. That's the persona we asked for. You really made it? The inmate with all those pitiful personas actually managed this. I guess I can compliment you this time. Well done. You have far exceeded our original expectations. This may not be a proper thing to say to an inmate, but you have done extraordinary work. You're a real handful, but I gotta give you some credit. As for the next task we will assign to you, there is nothing. You have fulfilled every duty available to you. As the ones who rule over power, our role is... rule over power. Why did I say that? A voice voice is echoing in my head. Justine? It is nothing. Just my head. These memories. The one who first wrote this list. It was me? Or was it us? Just... what are we? My apologies. Don't worry. This has happened to me, too. Inmate! This is all your fault for not keeping your mouth shut! Caroline, do not shift the blame onto him. Ugh. I hope you know you're a real handful, inmate. But fine. I'll grant you that privilege. We've really gone soft, huh? Perhaps you are too embarrassed to admit how much his concern pleased you. No! Anyway, we're gonna give you a great ability this time. You're gonna cry tears of joy when you get it. And, inmate... There's no doubt you're a problem child. But honestly, we're real impressed that you conquered all the trials we put forth. You hold a surprisingly great potential. So, fight. I'm sure you'll be able to accomplish anything you put your mind to. And you'd better put a stop to the ruin, okay? Trickster, I believe in you. Prove to us that you can reach the truth. We will be waiting for you. I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of strength, granting thee infinite power.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. I am that JRPG
All right.
bro. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. We took care of a full confidant arc in one video. That's crazy. It's bananas. It's insane. Next time, we're going to be jumping into the palace here. We're going to be trying to get to the actual treasure itself. Will we? Probably not. Will we get close? Hopefully. I'll see you all next time.
Be careful not to lose focus. You're still in rehabilitation till you can get out from behind the bars. Got that, inmate?